Hello again and welcome to the first episode of the year in This Week in Campbell Football. I'm your host, Chris Sameyer, alongside head coach of Campbell Football, Mike Minter. And this year we are powered by our friends at Dunn Benson Ford. Coach, this is year 3 in your rebuilding project here at Campbell. What are your expectations for this season for CU?
Well, we got high expectations as far as the football team is concerned. We've worked very hard over the off season, spring ball, summer ball, training camp, and so we expect high things. 30 yards away from winning the conference championship last year, so we're in that stage of trying to understand how to win and close out games like that. But it's been a great camp so far.
Coach, one of the biggest changes people will notice is some personnel on the field, and that starts with a transfer from Appalachian State, a young man who started the majority of their game 2 years ago. Last year started the first 2 games of the season, one at Michigan, one against you up in Boone. Tell us about your starting QB, Kameron Bryant.
Well, Cam, he's the real deal. You're talking about a guy that understands and has been on the big stage before, not afraid of that. Brought leadership from day one, and I think that's the thing that we like the most is the calmness that he's brought to the offense and the confidence. And when you get those things, then you get real excited about the fact that you got a quarterback that can lead not only on the football field but off the football field. He makes plays that normal guys can't make. I think that's what's really going to be really good for our offense is the fact that he can escape, he can run, he's powerful when he runs, and he's very smart at getting the ball to the right person. Now, again, he's still got to understand our offense, so it's going to be, rusty here and there. But, man, when you talk about a guy that can play that position, that quarterback, and get the whole team going, that's great. Now, we just voted for captains. The team vote for captains, the players, not the coaches. 95% went to him. That's how they feel about him. So I'm glad he's on our football team.
And here's a closer look at our starting quarterback, Kameron Bryant.
I first met Cam, I instantly spotted a leader in him.
I can only wait to see what's going to happen in the game. So it puts a lot of stress on us because you got to know when to stay in coverage and know when to attack them.
He does things that you just normally don't teach. And I've seen that in camp, and I've seen it in our scrimmages.
Fifth-year senior quarterback Cam Bryant enters his first season at Campbell with a new opportunity, emerging as one of the leaders on the team.
I don't take it lightly at all. I've had knee injury where I missed the whole season, and different injuries, and just every play, every day is something to be really cherished. So I'm just excited to have another opportunity, another season.
And I think at that position, you have to be a guy that's in control of every situation. He don't even know our playbook all the way, but he still had a sense of confidence, a sense of calm that I think that leadership he brought to the offense was something that we've been needing at that position.
I feel like just out of the pocket, just ways he can make plays like when the pocket crumbs or something like that, he can get out the pocket and still make a good throw down the field, like big plays down the field, accurate throws down the field. And even if he does decide to run the ball, he can actually do something with the
Always seeking competition, the App State transfer brings an immediate confidence about how to run the offense, regardless of who he's facing.
I remember in high school I was trying to decide between basketball and football. I was a pretty good basketball player, I say so myself. And I remember I told my dad, and I like beating 11 when I like beating 5. So it's just the competition has always drawn me, and I try to do it in everything in life, just love to compete.
Absolutely. You root for those guys to do good, no matter what. Even when they beat us, it's just something that we have to pick up on the defensive side. But when they make a good play, we don't talk down on them. And just knowing that they have the ability to make those plays, that's what makes us feel really good about them.
I don't feel like he's going to feel any pressure at all. And I expect him to come out and make big plays from the jump.
The dual threat option has already made a solid impression with his teammates, hoping to translate that confidence into early success.
When I was a defensive guy, I hated when the quarterback can run, all right? And I know when you start to try to stop our run and then also stop the quarterback and our deep ball, it's going to be tough.
I'm not usually the person that tries to be a leader, but just watching him inspires me to make me want to be a leader and stuff like that. So it does help out the team, and it does make everybody else want to follow someone that is actually doing the right thing.
thing I try to do is just be myself, and I think you guys gravitate to someone they feel is genuine and here for them. So just trying to be myself and continue to lead and be the best I can for myself and for the team.
Well, Coach, the quarterback is one thing, but lots of depth at receiver this year, and I think what shows that the most is someone who's going to own all the records for you in Ben Bowling was moved to the slot because you've got some good young depth, you've got some good transfers at receiver.
Well, we try to get better everywhere, and wide receiver is one of those positions that we try to get to. Now, again, when you get transfers in, you just get lucky at the end of the day, and we got quite a few transfers in at that position. That gives us speed, that gives us a deep ball capability that we really didn't have last year, can separate from defenders. Here's the other thing. They can catch the ball in traffic. So if it's a one-on-one, I'm betting on our receivers this year. And so when you have that type of stuff, now you can move a Ben Bowling inside and use his ability to do what he does very well in short spaces. And so we're excited. Aaron Blockman is a freshman. So he's a redshirt freshman, but he's a special one. We really got lucky when they decided to come to Campbell because I believe that he's an FBS type guy, and he'll show that this year. He got speed, he can track the ball, he's big, got size, and so all those things. Damon Simmons is another guy that's on the outside. Again, you're talking about 6'4" and 6'3". Now you're looking at size and speed from both of those guys, and so we real happy with that, and of course our transfers that came in, and so we got a lot of guys. We got about 7 guys that we feel like we can put on the field at any time.
Jared Joner and Deshaun Jones, of course, a two-headed monster at running back. Maybe one of the biggest weapons on your team is your defense. We've heard about them all camp. Of course, Aranye and Millhouse, 2 returners, all first-team preseason PFL for you. But it's a couple of transfers on the line and in the secondary that's really going to make a difference as well.
Again, you get transfers in. It makes your team better. Why? Because they come from bigger programs, they understand, and then they bring that leadership. And so when you look at Rogers Clark, I think is really the spark plug of the defensive line. Now the other guys are going to get the notoriety, and NFL teams are coming through the door like crazy to see these guys and really like what they see. But Roger Clark is that spark. All right, he's the guy. He's the one that gets it going. And so we're excited to have him, who transferred from North Carolina State, set out last year. He came here to school, set out, and decided he wanted to play some football, and we're so happy about that. And so that's going to be really good, too. And then we got a couple guys from South Carolina State that's going to be really good for us, and Mitchell and Merritt. Those guys, one at safety, one at corner, have brought speed to our secondary that we haven't had since I've been here. So now a 5-yard gain that's supposed to be 5 yards, it's 5 yards, as opposed to 60. And that's what you want on defense. So, we give out black shirts for the defense, right? So I got to bring my Nebraska tradition. And that black shirt look like black shirts now.
Coach, and we'll get to see those black shirts, your whole team, finally. It seems like it's been so long since the first game of the year. It comes up this Thursday night, 7 o'clock. Pikeville comes in, an NAIA squad from Kentucky, but they've already played a game. They've already played a conference game. They already have a victory, and they play in one of the toughest NAIA conferences in the nation. So they're going to be a pretty stout test for you on that first night of the season.
Oh, don't look at what division they're in, because that has nothing to do with football. Football still is 11 on 11, and they got a good 11 on both sides of the football. As they showed, I think they went 32-12. Got a great defense, forced 5 turnovers. That's huge, and not just turnover, there was forced fumbles, and that's even bigger in my eyes, is when you can hit people, because that means you're physical, and their defense is physical. They fly around. I really love their safety, number 17. Don't know the kid's name, but I really, really like how he plays. About 6'2", 210. He comes down in there, he's putting the helmet on some folks, and so I'm really anxious to see him play. I just like how he plays, and so again, they very aggressive on defense, so they're gonna come after our offense. Then on offense, they have a spread offense, so it's kind of like a a wide open spread though. So they reading people and they throwing the ball down the run and shoot type principles as far as the pass game is concerned, and they trying to spread you out. So they getting 2 or 3 yard gap in between the linemen and trying to get lanes for their running back to run through, and quarterback if he keeps the ball to run through. So we got to be very disciplined from defense. We can't be too aggressive where we running past people. And we got to rally to the ball and tackle, which is what we've been doing all camp. I don't know how good my offense is because my defense is so good, right? So right now our defense got to really be disciplined against this type of offense. Their kicker, I think he hit about 2 or 3 field goals into that game. 50, 45, 48. I mean, this guy can kick the ball. And then on the kickoff, he puts a lot of hang time on it. One of their forced fumbles was on kickoff. So they pushed the ball up around about the 30. Them guys so fast, they get down there before the guy can even catch the ball. And then, boom, hit him and get the ball, and they got the ball back. So these guys are a good football team, and we got to come ready to play and be prepared for a 60-minute battle.
Coach, I know you'll be interested about what you'll see on the field. You'll know what you'll see off the field. In the stands, again, opening here at Barker Lane Stadium on a Thursday night. It's happened 2 times for you so far. It's electric.
Oh, listen, when our fans come out, it's always electric here in this stadium. And so we get excited, and we happy that it is a Thursday night game again. When we played Charlotte Thursday night last year, unbelievable. So we expect the same thing. We expect the same hype, around our team. The energy is there, the positive energy, and that's what we want from our fans, and we know we're going to get that. And so the guys are really looking forward to running out of that tunnel on Thursday night. The guys that have not been here is going to be surprised. They're going to run out there and feel that energy and that electricity from our fans and the anticipation of seeing them play football. Oh, it's going to be a good night.
It's this Thursday night, the season opener here at home at Barker Lane Stadium. Tickets still available. Kickoff is at 7 if you can't make it down here to Bowie's Creek. Free video coverage starting at 6:30 on GoCamels.com. For head coach Mike Minter, I'm Chris Sameyer saying we hope to see you at the game, but if not, we'll see you next week on This Week in Campbell Football.